Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Software. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this Tokyo Marui Delta 416. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing, because those interactions help me get seen by the YouTube algorithms. That helps the channel grow. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, join button down below. That takes you to channel memberships, 99 pence a month, or equivalent in your country. Custom videos, your own giveaways, bloopers as well. Totally optional, massively appreciated if you did do that. And last but not least, the Linktree link down below will take you to all of my socials, including my Discord, so feel free to check those out. So once again, I am back with another Tokyo Marui unboxing. This time again, thanks to my friend Andy, who has let me borrow this to unbox. I might not be letting him have it back. I'm not gonna lie, I've had this out of the box for a couple of hours, purely to just sit and cuddle it because it is so goddamn pretty. So the box then, as you would expect from a Tokyo Marui, it's a pretty damn nice box. Nice feeling quality cardboard. Not that that means an awful lot. On this one, they've chosen not to even show the rifle on the box at all. It's just covered in Delta HK 416. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that because of how pretty this is inside. So here we go. Are we ready? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, ooh. Now look at that bad boy. Right, so before we get into it, that is, or should be in the stock, and it's not, but I will explain why shortly. There it is. Now that is a whole lot of pretty right there. That makes me really damn happy, that thing. So in this package then, we have got the operator's manual, which is hidden under a little cardboard thing. We've got some little stickers for covering onto the, oh, that's quite useful. I'll talk about those in a second. We've got our operator's manual and usual leaflets and things. We've got three modular sections, M-lock sections. In fact, they're not even that, are they? Three rail sections to bolt onto our front rail. We've got our 82 round magazine as well, which will count. We've got our little battery adapter. We've got the screws for the rails. We've got the front sight adjustment, the hex head to match the bolts, and our little bag of BBs as well. Tokyo Marui BBs are pretty damn good quality. And then we've got an unjamming rod and a cleaning rod hidden underneath this packaging as well. But what we're going to do is get straight to the main event here. We're going to lift this bad boy out because I am so happy to have it. Oh, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It makes me happy. I absolutely love and adore it. So I'm going to put that down just for 2 seconds. I might need a moment to myself. So the magazine then just goes through, as you would expect from a Tokyo Marui, goes through, it will accept key mod or M-lock rails by the looks of it, and not just the bolting ones that come with it, which obviously takes account of the section in there. Should have realised that. Come on, Pheas. So obviously it just goes through the general manual operation of it. The fact that even like the illustrations are the exact correct thing as well is cool. You know, talking through everything, putting the battery in, putting the defender in, how to attach the rails, adjusting your sights. Just so well thought out. It's what you would expect from a Tokyo Marui, really, isn't it? It's, you know, the well thought out element of this. So that's the manual done and out of the way. 82 round magazine, proprietary, but you can get a little adapter to put on the feed nozzle that allows you to use typical standard AR mags. Those stickers, genius idea by Marui, I love this. So these standard NIM types that they recommend to run in these that use a special adapter basically are black. So they've sent you the correct coloured stickers to match the stock to put on the NIM type if you decide to run it. That's quite nice, that I like that touch. Now, the blanking cap that should be in isn't in because we bought this from Defcon Airsoft, or Andy did specifically, and they offer a Dean's conversion. So they have nicely soldered on a Dean's adapter instead. So he's just going to run a LiPo down one side of the stock, obviously wired into that, and that means that won't fit, won't go in without causing damage. I think the intention is to Dremel this out and just sit it in so it creates the blanking plates. there. So that's why it's not in. So I'll put that back on for now. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Now, it's very comparable, almost identical in weight to the 416D that we had, the Devgrew version. But this, for me, is just so much more pretty. So much more pretty. So we'll start at the front then. You've got quite a beefy, chunky muzzle brake at the front there. Again, grub screw underneath, 14mm negative thread. We've got our modular handguard at the front there that will take M-lock and key mod, as the manual says, as well as their little bolting system there into that. We've got a QD point, quick detach sling point on the front and back. Excuse me. But there isn't anywhere else to mount a QD sling point anywhere else at the rear. So if you're going to sling it, you're going to have to replace the stock plate at the back here with one that is a sling looped base one. But nice sort of bronzing style foregrip free float barrel inside. Yeah, tiniest little bit of movement as you would expect from a free float barrel. All obviously metal. We've then got our metal upper. And I do like, do you know what? This used to bother me, but I kind of like that there's a difference in tone, just breaks up the colour a little bit. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. So we've got branding, metal lower, ambidextrous selector, which is nice and firm to get in place as well. It's not an, you know, even if you catch it, that's going to be quite firm to get round and change selections. Nice standard trigger. Beautifully crafted pistol grip there, really comfortable. The texturing is going to make it easy for gripping with, barehanded and with gloves as well. And then we've got our crane stock that is a 6-position stock as well, which feels really nice as well. Absolutely gorgeous piece. Charging handle has got an enhanced finger grip to make it easy to pull back. And our hop is a roll up to add hop, roll down to take off again. Absolutely just gorgeous bit of paper there on the dust cover. Absolutely gorgeous piece of kit. Really, really impressed with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and take it to the chrono because I'm really, really excited to get it shot and fired and see how well it does. I think the 290 is where it's at. My chrono has just been naff. Ooh. Ooh. About 23 rounds a second. Easy 40 plus meters. Okay, so I am back from the range test and the chrono and everything then. So I spent a good 5 minutes out there wondering why it wasn't hopping BBs, and got quite annoyed that it wasn't hopping BBs until I realised the hop wheel actually has teeth on it. Now, I'm not sure what I was rubbing out there, but I was rubbing something and it felt like it was moving. God, that sounds wrong on so many levels. And I basically just wasn't adjusting the hop at all. So as soon as I realised that, after several minutes, and actually adjusted the hop, it shot beautifully, just like I would expect Tokyo Marui to do. And it was hopping those 2.5 traces well out over 40 metres with absolutely no issues whatsoever. So range absolutely fantastic. The only thing that would let it down is the FPS, which purely nothing else just dictates how fast that BB gets to that range. So at this sort of FPS, so looking at about, my chrono is damaged and it is being replaced. I'm getting a brand new one, but it is chronoing at between 230 and 300 FPS. I actually reckon it's probably 280 to 300 FPS, as I would expect from a standard Tokyo Marui. With hop applied, I'd expect about the 280 mark. At that point, right at the end of its flight, those BBs are pretty slow going, so you're probably going to effectively be able to do a Neo style bullet dodge maneuver and dodge some of those if you're watching them come at you. But that's real, it's not often that that people get away with that sort of thing. Slight spread right at the end of its flight path, but that's to be expected. Nothing's 100% laser accurate all of the time, and actually at times a little bit of full auto, a little bit of spread can be a little bit helpful as well, particularly if you're like me and I'm a bit more of a not always down the sights kind of aimer. That says a lot about me. I'm just a spray and pray kind of guy. So shot range wise, lovely. Chrono, it's a bit messed up, which is why I'm going to say to you, take the rate of fire readings with a pinch of salt. So 7.4 I do think was about 20 rounds, 19 to 20 rounds per second. It did feel that kind of speed. I was happy with that. The 8.4 was putting out about 19 rounds per second, sort of 15 to 19 rounds per second. A little bit slower now. I'm pretty sure there's something not right with that battery, because it wasn't 100% right with the DevGru version either when I did the unboxing for that. So I suspect that 8.4 volt NIM type needs replacing, because I feel there's something not right with that. I would expect an 8.4 to have powered this better than a 7.4. Last but not least, 9.6 NIM. We're getting like 23 rounds a second, and it was frightening. My face lit up like a child at Christmas when it went off like that. Now, I wouldn't generally advise running it on that, because I just don't think they're built to deal with that kind of abuse. I think the 7.4 is the perfect place to run these at. And I didn't even look at the 11.1 because I just don't want to ruin it internally. I think if I'd run the 11.1, I would have just wrecked it internally. And considering these are brand new and not skirmished yet, I didn't want to do that to him. So I've stopped at 9.6. Excuse me. So performance-wise, I was really happy. Pretty much in line with a stand as you would expect from a Tokyo Marui. And just, it was a real joy to shoot. You can tell that there is quality sort of manufacturing going into these, that there is time spent and considered, that the shimming's good. You shoot it and it's buttery smooth when it turns over. This has been adjusted and made sure that when you take it out of the box, you put a battery in, it shoots nicely and you are happy and smiling with it. The recoil doesn't have the kick of a KWA because the internals are not built to withstand a heavier recoil like the KWAs are. But there is a nice kick to it, and it is pretty nice, I'll be honest. Gas blowback rifles definitely have the edge on the kick though, and that kick is much nicer than you get in even the KWAs, and I've got to admit that. I would like to run more gas blowbacks, but the UK climate just tends to not be very conducive to that sort of system. So next we're going to do the gloved operation. So again, thanks to the guys on my Discord for suggesting this is something that I should or could do. So we've got our gloves here, and again, just like the DevGru, 100% positive, this is going to absolutely be an absolute cakewalk to operate. So front sights, rear sights, absolute simple to get up and down, absolutely no issues whatsoever. We've got our magazine, easy in, easy out. I could speed load that really easily. The hop I can access easily. Now I can adjust it, I just can't tell effectively how adjusted I have got it, so it will be worth taking your glove off for that. The stock, very easily to adjust, and the battery as well is very easy to get in and out and adjust. So I'm pretty sure I could operate all of this very, very easily with a pair of gloves on. As you sort of would expect it to be, really, it's you know, the way that they are designed and manufactured as a real steel option. You know, I would expect that they're designed in a way that they are easy to operate in any sort of situation quickly and effectively. So nothing too fiddly can really be on there. So coming to the end of it then, the flip up sights, although they're okay, probably put an optic on there just because I think it would A, look better, and B, be a little bit easier to sort of acquire targets than those sights there. But not that that's bad or anything, it's just obviously a point of observation. We pay, or Andy paid $559.99 for this. I do think that the DevGru is slightly better value because you get the suppressor for the front and you get the vert grip, and obviously it's a quad rail system. With this one you get the 3 rail sections to go on here, and that's cool and it's a nice accessory, but I just feel that's slightly better. Most people are probably going to put a suppressor on it anyway, so I feel like that's a slightly better value thing. In terms of pricing though, it is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. You know, KWAs aren't quite this expensive, and they do need a hot rubber straight out of the box, I suppose, to run really, really well. It's one of those ones that if this is the specific model that you want and you can justify that money, then absolutely go for it. It will, you know, provided it's left stock internally, it will run forever because it's a Tokyo Marui. I do struggle personally. It is, you know, more than a KWA is, but then I suppose you could save. There is savings to be had if you've got your own AR type mags. Get that little adapter thing in the hop unit. You could save money there. You don't have to buy proprietary mags. Same could be said of the KWA though, really, couldn't it? It's a tough call to make. If you're going to buy this, it will be probably because you want to see the markings on there and you specifically want a Tokyo Marui for that reliability. And do you know what? I can't argue with that. That is a good reason to get one. Otherwise, if you're more on a budget, you're probably better off looking at somewhere else. You know, I could get effectively probably at least 3, if not 4 Seamers for the price of this one. Forgot if I've mentioned or not, we did pick this up from Defcon Airsoft. So thanks to those guys who sent it out to Andy really, really quickly. And again, thank you to Andy for lending me this and the DevGru to unbox as well. Really cool piece. You might not actually see it again. I might actually leave the country with it because I absolutely adore this. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I might just go and sit and cuddle it until he comes to collect it, and then he might have to fight me for it, but that'll be another day. So hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it immensely. I will see you next time. Bye.